Wellity, welcome folks. I'm Foxy Stoats. We are welcoming you to a wonderful live stream. And today we are playing a little known favourite of mine. We are playing Resident Evil, the director's cut, with some DualShock as well. Going to admit, this is going to be a bit of a funny one for me, and my controller is not working. That's always a good sign. Going to have to restart things. Yaboo, sucks to be me. Should have expected it's not going to exactly run lively at the first thing, is it? Well. Let us try this again, shall we? Load things up. Hopefully it's coming through clear on your end when eventually it loads. There we go. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. All the good things. And now there's no audio. Oh, deep joy. Excuse for a moment. Why is it crashed? Computer is not doing things. One moment. So sorry about that. Should have figured that it wasn't exactly going to get a smooth performance running when things go through live. But, that's show business. So let's try things again. We are doing Resident Evil. And yata, we have sound this time. So, what do? We are going to have a choice between either Jill or Chris. I think for this one, we're going to go with Jill. Who doesn't love a bit of Jill? Personally, she's the one I had the most experience with. And here's a little secret. We're playing the uncensored version of the game. Which of course means we get fabulous colour and a little bit of gore as well. Bet you've never seen this before. If I remember correctly, the uncensored versions of these cutscenes were only included in the Japanese version and the PC version. Which is one of the rare versions that I do not own, because I do have quite a few copies of Resident Evil lying around. Ew, you can see all of the gore we got going on. To those watching the stream and to those watching, post live, remember to click down below so that you can see all of the updates and get all of the post streams on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. God, I love this grainy 1996 video quality.
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it.
This just puzzles my beard.
Equipment was still there.
Not sure how you can see anything in the dark. With sunglasses on. Fun fact, a lot of these actors who doing these cutscenes, not only were they the voice actors, but they went largely unknown for several years. It's only been in recent years that they've been able to discover who these people exactly are. Oh, I don't like how things are going here. Ooh. It's a hand with a gun. A handgun, if you will. Here comes those extra shots you don't see. Ah, lots of gore. Num nums. One annoying thing is that the original director's cut version of this game was sold as having the uncensored cutscenes in them, but sadly, it did not. Printing error that never bothered to fix. Oh, we lost our CGI helicopter. Oh yeah, we have dogs chasing us. I like how Jill runs with like a gun up in the air like that. Hardly aerodynamic, if you will. That's a postcard of a house there.
We don't know where Barry is.
Here's another censorship change for you. Chris is smoking in this intro. Cannot possibly show this to the kids who are totally not meant to be playing this game.
Jill Valentine.
Our character for this playthrough.
Barry Burton.
Best boy in the game. Can't argue with that.
Rebecca Chambers.
Person who we will not be meeting in the story mode, because you'll meet her in Chris's.
Albert Wesker.
Also known as Iceman from Top Gun. Resident Evil. They have escaped into the mansion, where they thought it was safe. Yet, ...
What is this?
Ah, nostalgia.
What a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it!
Stop it. Don't open that door. But Chris is. Played this way too many times. I should have gotten a life.
Chris. Now, Jill,
Can I go?
can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this.
If I remember correctly, these scripts, the game was actually originally recorded in English, but the scripts that they were given was directly translated from Japanese into English, and given that, you know, this is being made by Capcom of Japan in the 90s, didn't exactly have access to a lot of English speakers over there, I imagine, so couldn't really get much direction going.
Dining room.
Can see why you're on the Special Tactics and Rescue Force, Barry. Anyway, let's go. Because this is the DualShock edition, we do in fact have thumbsticks or DualShock support.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
So do I. Anyway, let us investigate. I was actually going to say I'm going to be speed running this, but my goal is to get it into the under 3 hour mark. To get the special rocket launcher. Here's another undone bit of censorship. There's a skull! And our first zombie of the game. Luckily for us, this is 1996, so AI can be easily exploited. For example, if we stand over here and let him lumber over, like in Jill's sassiness there. Wonder, wonder, wonder. Yeah, he'll just randomly just crash into walls if you just stand facing a wall. So if we wait... Da-da-da. Oh, he's actually going to try and get me for once. Ha-ha! Dodgeroo, my friend. Dodgeroo. That allows us to investigate Kenneth's corpse. Kenneth from Star's Bravo team. Now has become a mere shadow of his former self. Getting your head bitten off tends to do that. And we'll collect the 2 clips on his body. Oh, why did I do that? Trying to skip ahead, that's what I'm trying to do. Click. And that should have enough time to run back into Barry, tell him what we have got to say. There are people with flaky skin in this house attacking people.
Barry?
Is it really you, Barry?
What is it?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
Yeah, one other thing to mention with this being the director's cut is that the music in this version is awful. Just plain and utterly awful. Now, the original director's cut, that it has the perfectly fine original music. This version, being the DualShock one, however, has the recomposed music that was done by a supposed Japanese Beethoven, who, as it turns out, did not actually compose anything. And, if I remember correctly, he wasn't even deaf, as he originally claimed.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill.
You just wait until we get to the
Don't leave this
basement.
hall for the time being.
So we need to go investigate and find Wesker! I couldn't find him.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I
An
don't
oddly
know what's
worded
going
sentence.
on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Oh yeah, you really
Okay,
scoured that
I'll
dining
try
room,
the
didn't you,
door on
Barry?
the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic.
Mansions tend to be.
If we get lost, we should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a
Here's a
lockpick.
lockpick.
It might
Be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you. God, I love that line.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall.
Take care, Barry. I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon enough. Go save on animations by not actually showing Barry leaving. And away we do it. First thing first. I'm getting out of this mansion. I ain't putting up with this. And there's justification as to why I can't just run outside. Got dogs outside. Of course, pretty sure we could just shoot them and run, or... Yeah, that's what you're going to do. Anywho, got our inventory. Let's just equip our Beretta. Don't need the map. Don't need to go in there because that's only got a save ribbon inside of it. And there's us having our lockpick. Ah, it's a dog. Shocking in 96? Maybe. Not so much today. I do like how for some reason in the cabinets there's just bones. Someone just decided to put a skull in their cabinet. I mean, I say that having a skull and vertebrae mug on my shelf over there, so what can I say? Take the clip, get ourselves some more ammunition. Hi, Jill. No, don't do it. Fun fact, in the Saturn version of the game, if you actually shoot at the camera actually does get bullet holes in it. Strange version of Saturn, the Sega Saturn version of the game. It has a lot of extras, including, I believe it's called Battle Mode. It's basically a proto-mercenaries mode. You have to go from room to room fighting monsters. But at the same time, there's just a lot of weird design choices, like the fact that the Saturn can't do transparencies. Everything is a mesh, like smoke clouds, water. Pretty much everything is just weird mesh shape. It just tickles the eyes weirdly. Music is the same as the original though. Graphics a little bit muddier, but I like it all the same. Oh no, the ceiling is falling. What can we do? It's locked. Well, this is going to be a short run through then. Let's get some laps in before we perish.
Hey, what's going on?
Barry!
Is that you, Jill? What happened?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Stay away from the door, Jill.
I'm gonna knock this door down. We gotta get out of here.
This way.
And of course that leads on to the immortal line. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Go for it.
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
Ah,
Barry,
Jill
thanks for
sandwich.
saving my life.
That line will never get old.
But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on earth are you here?
It's a good question.
I
I mean, you kind of immediately abandoned us.
Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
It's cracking the knuckles. Oh, that's a
Thank you,
glorious sound,
Barry.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Barry. Because of that, we skipped the puzzle and got a shotgun. Don't need to fight you, Mr. Zombie. Actually, there's a lot of combat you can avoid in this game. There aren't that many rooms that you do need to clear. This one I will keep clear because it is a save room. You dead? Nope. If you can't walk through the body, they're not dead. See? Now you can walk through them. Okay, another green herb and our inventory is full. Jill in this scenario has 8 slots, whereas Chris has 6. Jill is very much, I would say, the easier version of the game. Because not only does she have the 8 inventory slots and the lockpick, but she also gets access to the bazooka, which Chris does not get. And she also has Barry, which is always a plus. We always need more Barry in our lives. Now we're going to get rid of that. I'm just going to organise things. I like to have the health below the line. And we don't need the shotgun. Okay, back we go. Take the fertilizer. I say it's fertilizer, it's not. It's actually, in fact, a chemical. And if we check it using glorious 3D, it is a chemical to kill the weeds. It's herbicide. Glorious, glorious herbicide. If we have some triffids coming up on us, then we know what to do. So let us fight on. So now we need to run upstairs. This part of the game, the formula for Resident Evil is very simple. 9 times out of 10, most sections can be broken up into need to find 4 things. And in this case, we need to find 4 crests. And show some more dodge and skill. Bring you out. Ah, come on! As soon as I start bragging. It's also worth mentioning that Jill actually has lower health than Chris, so she'll take less hits in order to come down a level. So be mindful of that. Aha! See, zombies are slow, but they do have like a strangely fast turning circle. Put you down. Yep, you're dead. And now, because you liked him so much, here's Barry again. Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but
Now,
something's wrong with this.
because you liked him so much.
Whoa.
This hall is dangerous.
Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a
Back door somewhere. That's what
Let's
she
try to
said.
find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a
It's a
weapon.
weapon. It's really powerful.
Especially against living things.
Be interested to know if you have any weapons that are not extremely powerful against living things. I've got this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
And now we have the acid rounds. Later, Barry. And the acid rounds can be used for a thing that we have in this room right here. Because we have ourselves a little hallway with some bloodstains on the wall. Fun fact, those bloodstains are in fact covering up a hidden message that's only accessible in the beta version of the game. I believe it's just like, oh, you know, I've been hunting something, I can't remember what the message is, but it's in Japanese kanji, and if you actually remove, I think it's like if you turn down the colours on the blood, you can actually see it. There's also an area where if you hadn't used Barry to get the shotgun, he in fact comes back to help you up there. Help you with what? Well, if you investigate the body, like we didn't, then crows would attack you. And while Barry's up there, the crows will not attack. And we have a nice pushing puzzle to do. Don't we love those? Also, as it turns out, this is one of those weird semi-permeable statues, because we can shoot through it, but you can't walk through it. And that one's dead. Grind a statue over him. And we gotta really hope that there isn't an owner in here or anything, because we just committed a lot of vandalism. Time for some actual expert dodging, because haha, these guys cannot grab you, they can only puke. And downstairs we go. Remember, as always, links are in the information below for the Facebook and Twitter, as well as our YouTube, in order to subscribe and get all of the information that you need for these streams. Lord knows I don't need to just keep on talking to myself. I do enough of that as it is. Alright, let's drop some stuff. Don't need that, don't need that. Don't need anything, really. Alright, lure you out, and dodge, dodge, dodge. Q, 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 the dodge, dodge, dodge. One, two, three, four. Reload. Are you dead? No, you're not. Best way to tell if a zombie is dead is 1, can you walk through it, and 2, is there a nice blood splatter that goes around the body? If there isn't, then he's not dead. Not dead, Jim. Now it's time to clear off space in our inventory for... There's an evil plant monster here. Get your minds out of the gutter, boys. So let us pour in the herbicide. And... Blah! Kill the plant. Same thing happens whenever I try and do gardening. Let's grab some herbs. The interesting thing about Resident Evil design is that what do we call it? A lot of the rooms are designed so you give up one item to take an item, so it always guarantees that you have a space in your inventory for it. I don't know why I'm explaining this, because I have no viewers right now, other than myself. So, Future Scott, hope you're taking notes of this. Combine these up, get some full heals going. Capture the mansion key, which is the armor key. And let's get ourselves out of here. Just thinking about my route in my head for the quickest way to do things, I believe, is to do this. So unlock that. Run through, and we need to go and grab the blue gem that we shattered on the floor earlier. Well, I say the blue gem, the statue that we shattered on the floor, which gives us the blue gem. We have now gained one of the Chaos Emeralds. Oh, what I would do for some Sonic Evil, Resident Sonic. That'd be an interesting concept. Alright, let's take you out. And I missed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh, killed him quickly. He was a loser zombie. Alright, plug in the blue jewel. Because as we all know, some tigers have red eyes and some have blue eyes. Blue Eyes Stone Tiger. Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. And we have ourselves the Wind Crest. First crest in the game. Grind, grind, grind. Just gonna quickly take some health there, just so I can clear a space. Because while I'm here I can grab some ammunition from this room. Quite a famous room, this one. Because there's this clip on the bed. Yeah, the famous clip. Everyone knows the clip. Because if we search for this book on the table... Ah, there's a zombie! Oh, we shot his arm off. Down, down. No. Take that shotgun shell. I guess this holds 200 cartridges. Pretty sure there are not 200 shotgun shells in this entire game, but we have the Keeper's Diary to read. May 9th, 1998. At night we played poker with Scott the guard, Elias and Steve the researcher. I have a part-time job as a guard, don't you know, in 1998. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. May 10th, 1998. Today a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. Looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out its guts before they actually ate any of it. May 11th, 1998. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Scott came in and woke me up suddenly. He was wearing a protection suit that looked like a spacesuit. He told me to put on one as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder, his researchers never rest, even at night. Sounds like me, I've got a dissertation due in. May 12th, 1998. I've been wearing this annoying spacesuit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. By way of revenge, I didn't feed the dogs today. Now I feel better. Hope he was made a shot. May 13th, 1998. I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and I feel itchy. They put a big bandage on my back and the doctor told me I do not need to wear the spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. May 14th, 1998. When I woke up this morning, I found another blister on my foot. It was annoying and ended up dragging my foot as I went to the dog's pen. I've been quiet since this morning, which is very unusual. I found out that some of them had escaped. I'll be in real trouble if the higher-ups found out. May 15th, 1998. Even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go see Nancy. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guard on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leaves the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of a joke is this? May 16th, 1998. I heard a researcher who tried to escape from this mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night. When I was scratching and the swelling on my arm, a lump of rotten flesh dropped off. What the hell is happening to me? May 19th, 1998. Fever gone, but itchy. Hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy Scott came. Ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. 4. Itchy tasty. So the devolution of that man to a zombie, which is what he gets for not feeding the dogs. But we got some shotgun shells out of the deal, so c'est la vie. Okay, so we need to head back to the medical room to drop off our healing items and things. But first we need to drop into here because I'm gonna get some more ammunition. Glorious, glorious ammunition. Perfect thing for a foxy boy like me. Yatta. Take the clip. The desk is locked. We used a lockpick. You've used a lockpick. More shotgun shells. Also need to reload our handgun. Combine those up. And out we head. Ah, my foxiness. And away we go. Dodgy, dodge, dodge. And dodge past you. We're a master of dodging, aren't we not? No save states needed here. Promise. Now watch as I die immediately as I step out of this room. Alright, drop off this. Drop off that. Don't need the crest. And don't need the shotgun shells. Okay, now what we need to... Oh, wait, forgot an item. Of course I bloody did. We need the emblem. Because we need a puzzle to do. You can tell I play this game a lot, haven't you? You'll make a speedrunner of me yet, won't we? Dodge. Ah, frick. Gotta. Yeah, well. He doesn't like a bit of a chomp on them. I know I do. Oink oink. Okay, let's get ourselves that puzzle done. Use the lockpick and go into yet another famous room. This is of course the famous bar room, which has a piano. Or if you're from the Old West, a pianee. So we take the musical notes and we plug them right into here. It's the Moonlight Sonata. I actually really like this piece of music. Still nobody on chat. Boo. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, go to Foxy Stoats on Twitch and you can watch all of this live. So we need to take the gold emblem. And that traps us in here, but with the wooden emblem, we can just as easily get out. So now we need to go and do the old switcheroo in the main dining room. plug that in here. Dong, dong, dong. A lock puzzle. Well, not really, because calling it a clock puzzle implies we have to do time. But we have ourselves the shield key. Does that have the 7th on the wall? Anyway, let's go upstairs. What to do, what to do. Need to count these steps as we go up, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we need to go and find some more crest pieces. That zombie should still be dead. Oh, wait, no, you're not. Let's take you down. Okay, unlock this. And another simple puzzle. One thing I will say is that another good version of this game to play is the Nintendo DS version, Deadly Silence, because that one introduces a whole new load of puzzles for this game, mainly using the touchscreen. So in this room, instead of having the statues to push, you are given a scale and some jewels, and you have to balance out the scales in order to activate the puzzle. There's a switch where you push it. Yes, I will. And that activates that, which allows us to... Come on. Off the wall. Take the sun crest. And just for funsies. Ah! Poison gas is escaping! Now nobody can ever go in that room again. I do like the justification for why all the stuff in the mansion is like this is purely the fact that the guy that runs it is like a big fan of spy movies, so he wanted his whole house just to be like traps and things. And I believe if you play the Resident Evil remake, you actually find like either the designer of the house or even the guy that runs the house, you find him trapped inside one of the rooms, so he's like, I really shouldn't have done this. Anyway, let's grab these herbs and go around the corner because we find a man, a living man.
What happened?
I'm going to take the opportunity to have a little drink. Where has my drink gone?
It's
Ah,
dangerous.
here it is.
There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous?
Ah, delicious, delicious cola,
Richard,
which I don't think I'm
hold on.
legally allowed to name.
There is syrup.
But I can tell you it does the hokey cokey if you get to my drift.
I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Anyway,
Thanks.
we need to go and get some serum for Richard because he's been bitten by a giant snake that apparently has several teeth according to that wound. Not sure if the designers have seen any snakes. They don't tend to have, rows and rows and rows of teeth. They're more about swallowing than chewing. Anyway, let's get out of here. So we need to go and get the anti-venom. Would it be anti-venom? Is anti-venom stuff that you take if you're poisoned or to prevent yourself getting poisoned? Leave a comment below if you know the answer. So it's a run, 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 having fun, fun, fun in the sun, sun, sun. Haha, that's a joke. There's no sunlight in this game, despite the fact that it is bright as heck in this mansion. Dodge past you guys. Oh, come on. Actually got hit by that. Say I am sucking more and more every day. Naturally, I blame the game. I mean, that can never be me. I'm Foxy Stokes. I'm perfect. Fixing the old hoodie. And let's just grab ourselves the anti-venom. More than a few times I have come in here and completely forgot to grab the venom. Okay, let's drop off that. And drop off the herbs. We'll drop off that herb and we'll use this one to get ourselves back up to full health. And if we get ourselves back upstairs, we'll see how we're doing. Fun fact, Richard can actually die if you mess around in the mansion enough. But of course, we're not going to do that because we're amazing and we'll save everybody. I'm sure he'll be perfectly fine by the end of this. Just as fine as these zombies that are surrounding us. Let's get ourselves back. Bring ourselves back. Get ourselves back. Run, 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 run. And back to Richard we go. So, question for people watching. Would you save Richard? 95% of you probably wouldn't. Ah!
Here's the serum.
Shocking music.
Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill,
While in Remake, you can save this guy. In the original, not so much.
I'm...
Blah, 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 blah.
No! Richard!
Got some blood volcanoes going on.
Jill,
Where's my video gone?
be
Here it is.
careful.
And Richard is dead. In death, he gives us the radio. And also, he's dead. Just to double check. But he also gives us a handgun clip. Always appreciated. Alright. Can go in there if you have a lighter. You can get yourself some extra ammunition and some acid rounds, but we don't need that. We're just going to discard this key and get ourselves out of here. And it's a giant snake, just like we were warned. Here's Yawn, the first boss of the game. He actually does have a mouthful of several fangs, which, again, I'm not sure if that's how real snakes work. But so we can quickly dart past him. And come on, grab the crest. Got ourselves the moon crest. That's 3 out of 4 crests if you're keeping count. And, oh, just got past that. Ah, we actually did it. No poisoning. It's a rarity for me. There is also some shotgun shells that you can grab in there, but I think we'll do fine without them. Bye, Richard. Alrighty. Let's get ourselves back downstairs because we need to get ourselves the final crest. Oh, hello, Mr. Zombie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, still want to play, do you? Don't worry, I got bullets to spare. Let's head back downstairs. Say goodbye to your identical twin. Okay, quickly dive into here to grab ourselves our, what do we call it? Crests. Also got what they were for a second. Sun crest and wind crest. Yep, got them all. Gotta catch 'em all, if this was a Pokemon game. God, that'd be an awful idea. Resident Evil Pokemon. I choose you, Hunter. Hunter versus Haunter. Who would win? Oh yeah, zombie. Forgot I left you out here. So now we have ourselves another puzzle room. This one themed to pictures and crows. So the gimmick behind this one, need to pick from life to death. So newborn baby. Oh, no, not that one. That's the lively boy picture. I made that mistake before. Picture of an infant. Then lively boy. I'd love to see the pictures that these are based on, like in real life. Young man. And to tired middle-aged man. And finally, bold-looking old man. And that allows us to hit the puzzle and get ourselves the final crest. Which is weird music. And it's Star Crest. Bye, crows. If you do shoot the crows, they do activate, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to hurt no regular crows. That'd be an awful thing to do. Now, shooting zombies is perfectly fine. Like so. Oh, you're still going. Surprise me. Got some fight left in you. Well, just left it on the floor. Yeah, that was my fault. Shoot the dog. There we go. And then we plug in the 4 crests. And as I said before, four puzzle pieces allows us to get to the next stage of the game. No, come on, I've already clicked this by accident. The wind crest. I mean, the sun crest, the wind crest, the moon crest, and finally, the star crest. Starcrest Valley. And that unlocks this room. Now, if this was the beta, or the sample disc of Resident Evil 1, coming into here would actually create a brand new room where Yawn was originally meant to be, the giant snake. And it throws up a to be continued picture. Grab the crank, another mainstay of Resident Evil items. And out into the courtyard, where we can exploit another part of the game's AI, where if you walk with dogs in the vicinity, the dogs will not actually attack you. As I shall now demonstrate. Once I picked all these items up, of course. Because we have lots of herbs to grab. I forgot my own rule. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's reset those. God, I am sucking tonight. Okay, let's reset them. Well, now we've shown what happens when you do run. Let's see what happens when you don't run. Just gonna use one of those. Take the red herb, so we can combine those up to make some nice full heals. Mix those up, and then just start walking. if you touch the dogs, it will activate them, but as long as you don't, you're fine. And now we run. See? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Put it on a pie of pizza. Oh, and you didn't even know it. Okay, let us use the crank and drain this to get ourselves the best thing in the world. FMV. Yay! I also like how the save on animation, they didn't put any characters up there about a crank handle so that they wouldn't have to reanimate it with either Chris or Jill. Down we go, and across. And then we get to probably one of the weirder things in this game, rain and snakes. Because it's rain and snakes. Hallelujah, it's a rain and snakes. Hey, hey. Alright, let's run on past the angry dags. When I say angry, they didn't even activate. There's 2 more healing items here, so we'll quickly grab these. And full inventory so we can store these later. Oh, nearly activated the dog. I like the details actually on the dog models. That they got like exposed ribs and no eyelids. It's very creepy looking. Good boys. Bye 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 bye. And now we're into the guardhouse. Second major area of the game. You might be wondering, why are we pushing the statue around? Well, I'll tell you. It's because this place is infected by a giant plant. Remember the tentacles that we killed back in the fountain? Oh, those are just the top layer. This is where we fight the real one. So cover up that hole and then duck into here. And let us grab and dump some stuff. So we got some. Oh yeah, can't carry any more items. Yabu. So we got some grenade rounds there that we can use. Okay, we don't need this. Don't need the crank. Don't need the healing items. And we're going to get rid of our handgun and our rounds. I'm going to replace them with the shotgun shells. Because it's fun to use. We're only fighting zombies in here, so use a bit of ammo around. There's plenty of shotgun shells in this area. Because as Jill, we have access to the lockpick and we get to unlock a lot of desks. In those desks, we have shotgun shells. Okay, first thing we need to do, drop into the bathroom. Always a helpful thing to do. Ooh, bit of a grooty bath full of muddy water. And we'll unplug it. And we'll find ourselves, if I remember correctly, this is a key. We have the control room key. Time to put the shotgun to some undead freaks. Boom! Instant kill. Jessica's locked. Better quickly unlock it while there's a zombie behind us. Ooh, more shotgun shells. And none of that. Haha. Okay, take the red book. Very important item for us. Let's get ourselves back deeper into the guardhouse. Itchy back of the head. Gargoyle still there, that's good. Yay, run away. And here we have ourselves another It's a very strange thing about the original Resident Evil. There's a lot of unique enemies for rooms. For example, if we grab this dormitory key and start running, zombies. Zombie bees. I have no idea why you would develop zombie bees, but they only appear in this room. That's a thing I like about old PS1 games. There's a lot of weird creativity in them, like Castlevania Symphony in the Night is another one, where you have entire rooms dedicated to very unique enemies. Like just regular mooks, I guess you could call them. Grab these 3 herbs. We'll combine these up. Keep those like that for now. Use the dormitory key, which immediately becomes useless. Discard. And in we go. I find it fun that it's a dormitory that has exactly 2 bedrooms. Actually no, 3 bedrooms. And the underground basement. So, I'm not exactly sure how many people are meant to be living in here. And again, I guess if you have a, whatchamacallit, an entire mansion. Oh yeah, that's just a handgun clip, I didn't need to come in here. That was a waste of a shotgun shell. So we've been going for an hour now, folks. Hour into our first ever stream. If you are watching, remember, click all the links below. Get yourself on the Facebook and the Twitter and the YouTube. And if you'd like to watch us live, come to Twitch at Foxy Stokes. Now we need to push these out of the way to expose a hidden ladder. Clink. Come on. Go. 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 Now for a bit of a long-winded puzzle here, because we need to push these boxes all the way to the other end, and there's 3 of them. I was wondering what exactly these things are meant to stand for, the UHB. Undefined human bacteria? Is that a H or a W? I think it's a H. Sounds like a wrestling organization, the UHB. Universal Heavyweight Body Slammers. Can you push those there? And we'll find ourselves a nice little splash of water there. For some reason, despite the fact that she is a trained police officer, actually even worse, a trained special tactics and rescue force, Jill cannot swim. A lot of problems in this game can be solved with basic menial tasks like running and jumping. But this is 1996, this is what you work with. And who doesn't love tank controls? And here's the final box. And look at that, more healing items. Take some of these. Going to need at least 2 slots open, because we're going to lose one to the key. So we'll combine those. Not going to run into any red herbs as far as I know, so I'll keep those mixed as well. And we'll run down here. As you can see, the basement is flooded, but what could it be flooded by? This is another one that's interesting to watch in the Sega Saturn version, when you don't have transparency and all of this is just cross-section to heck. Oh, but we have another FMV of the world's worst possible monster. Zombie sharks. Codename Neptune. Sounds like a sci-fi movie. Got Tara Reid in it, probably. Anyway. And goodbye, zombie sharks. Luckily, zombie shark cannot follow through doors. But I will say, gets a lot more terrifying in Resident Evil Remake. Definitely have to do that game on stream sometime. If we drain the water away. And ooh, there's a button. Click the button and we unlock the door next door. So we're about a third of the way through the game, I want to say right now. Probably even more than that. And once we hit the cavern, that's about the halfway point, and we're getting pretty close. So, shiny thing here. Take the dormitory key, as well as these 2 boxes of shotgun shells. Not the weapon useless boxes. Take those. Let's run ourselves back to the... what do you call it? Back to the B room where we were. Oh, but what's this? All the water's gone, but... haha. Sharks are stuck on land. Therefore, there's zombie sharks. Will they ever actually suffocate? Are they just going to flop around forever? Will they eventually learn to walk on their fins? Like those dolphins in that Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode. Can only hope not. Walking sharks are the last thing humanity needs to face. Let's run ourselves back. Got plenty of healing items, so we should be fine. Plenty of shotgun ammo for what comes next. And once again, a useless dormitory key. Quickly into here. Gonna quickly run to the bathroom, which always makes me think in what's it, Resident Evil 2, very famous for not having any bathrooms in the entire pretty much the entire game. Like, why would you design a police station without a bathroom? Imagine at least has ample toiletry requirements for the zombies. There's only a save ribbon in that box, so we don't need to worry about that. And here's the only book in the entire game you're actually required to read, the V-Jolt report. Of course, the V-Jolt report doesn't really mean anything to us, because we don't need to do it. Jill's version, you don't need to make the V-Jolt in order to beat this upcoming boss. Well, you can if you want, but yeah, that sucks the fun out of it, doesn't it? Because it's a giant plant, a plant 42, which we can just pump full of shotgun shells. And the only thing you really have to be careful about is the ceiling. If you have little drips, those will drop. I always wondered what exactly it's meant to be that's dropping on you. Is it meant to be like acid or something, or is it just ceiling chunks? I always took it to mean like he's bringing down the ceiling on top of you. Come on. Oh. Nearly got him. Got him. So he shrivels up like a weird anime octopus space monster. But oh, he ain't done yet. Come on. Oh, and he's got Jill. What can we do? Let's go into the virus. We'll do Japanese things to us.
What is this?
Barry!
Jill.
Get him, Barry. And he's got the flamethrower. A weapon that you don't get in Jill's campaign, just to warn. But you do in Chris's. For another drink. Delicious as victory.
You saved me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
That was
goat there.
close. Thanks, Barry.
Don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe. What the hell is this place?
It's like how uncharacteristically angry Barry just gets at this existence of this plant monster. Anyway, check the fireplace and we find ourselves the sword key, I believe. Unlock a few extra doors in the mansion. Later, Barry. Enjoy yourself. And we're going to run into another character as well. Because there's a gunshot. And some more awful music.
Wesker.
Jill, so you're safe.
You don't sound any more suspicious there, Wesker.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect
So what the zombies
myself
told you?
against
We
those
don't want
strange
you in
creatures.
the hall.
Is that right? Anyway, it's
Loitering.
good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first
It's a zombie
priority
off to the
is
side
get
like a
out.
Casio.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
You found any that you want to share,
I'll go
or?
to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Guess not.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
Bye, Wesker. And squash the bees. Haha. Let's get ourselves back into that mansion. Thankfully the dogs are gone when you come back out here. Now, beeping at you here is a radio transmission that we don't really need to worry about ourselves. It's just Brad asking, or Brad the helicopter pilot from earlier asking, oh, is there anybody there? Help us. Save stuff. But we don't need to worry about that. We're Jill Valentine, one-woman wrecking machine. And away from the raining snakes. Got asked a question on YouTube the other day how I feel about the remakes of Resident Evil games. I've only played Resident Evil 2, the remake that came out. Brilliant game, highly recommended. Improves on the original in a lot of areas, while still also being its own experience. I highly recommend people still play the original Resident Evil 2. I still think it's one of the best games on the PS2 of the generation. So, I highly recommend it. I haven't played Resident Evil 3, the remake. I played the demo of it and I thought it was quite a good demo. The main problem is that I just never had the same connection to Resident Evil 3 as I had to 2. So, just something I haven't gotten around to yet. Been playing too much Resident Evil 2. But, now we come to this part. My most hated enemy in the game. It's a cool FMV intro, which is very Evil Dead-esque with the Deadite flying towards the camera. Because this, boys, girls, and none of the above, is the Hunter. I hate the Hunters in this game. Hate. God. Got to reload. Hate. Because of that move. If I had gotten hit by that, it would be instant death. Let me tell you how much I have come to hate the Hunters in Resident Evil 1. a PS1 disc can hold up to 900 megabytes of data. If you inscribed the word hate onto every single kilobyte of that disc, it would not equal 1/1000th of the hate that I feel for hunters in this game at this very second. Hate, 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 hate. But we gotta deal with them. And I will say they're a lot harder to deal with in the original because you don't have an auto aim. And that is just no good. Alright, gonna put these away. Gonna keep ourselves the shotgun out. Gonna get ourselves another green herb because I know there's a red herb upstairs. And up we go. That's a note telling you, oh, I left you some first aid spray and some ammo in this room. Keep yourself safe. But we're not going to be safe, are we? We're never going to be safe because there's hunters all around the building now. Shoot you from a distance. Don't care if that costs me extra ammo, rather be safe. I just had to hope I got enough shotgun shells for this particular part. Okay, keep the green herb. Combine that with that, get ourselves a nice full heal. Combine up our shotgun shells and let's do this. Because now we have ourselves the next boss fight in this game. And it's a lot harder than the plant. Because in fact it is the snake again, with a big gash in his head that he didn't have before. We certainly didn't do that. This is a lot harder without auto aim, I'll tell you that much for free. Ow. Luckily he can't poison you at this point in the game. Can only do damage, and oh, that's a lot of damage. And he's dead. Investigate the hole. It's too dark to see anything. I do like how Barry just completely ignores the giant rotting snake he's walking over.
Have you found anything interesting?
Oh, bit of lag there.
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh,
How about
gee.
you do it, Barry?
Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Oh, I dropped the rope down there. Sorry, Jill. Speaking of dropping the rope, though, for some reason he didn't just tie it to the
What's going
piano.
on?
What can you
Now
do?
I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry?
And off Barry goes to get himself another rope for us. And now we wait. And wait, and wait, and wait. Do. Anytime.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope!
Oh, I dropped it again. Sorry. Thankfully this time though, Barry's smart enough to actually tie off the rope so you can use it up and down all around again.
I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
It's really powerful, especially against living things. It's a pass number, which we're actually going to use right now.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
Bye, Barry. Really wish you could come with us and let you shoot stuff, but what can you do? Anyway, let's go down in the hole. For some reason there's a gravestone down here. Yeah, if this is the DS version, you have to play like a 5-finger fillet sort of game on top of it to unlock this thing. Still never really explained why this room is down here. I mean, there's no hole, like natural hole, into this thing. It's just a random grave. Ah, here's the music. The sad clown funeral music. Oh. Boo. Yeah, spend a shotgun shell to get some shotgun shells. Legendarily bad music here. Now, if you told me this one was made by a deaf person, I would certainly believe you. And right up there is a green herb that we do not need. We can unlock this. And ooh, cutscene. Squidgy cutscene. One of only 3 zombies in the entire game that knows how to use a door. But in this version, he's just a regular old zombie. Were this the arranged mode, however, he would be a super zombie and he'd take like several shots. Very interesting. Definitely have to do an arranged mode playthrough. Alright, now this is where I got to be careful because this is quite a difficult part and I do not really have a lot of ammo to do this in. Ow, run. I hate this part. This is like the hardest part in the entire game. Ow. Yeah, so that's alright for now. Okay, being a bit quiet here because this is quite tense, because this is like the 3-4 hardest rooms in the entire game for me. Got him. And we are running dangerously low on shotgun shells. Only got 2 full clips of them left. I'm very tempted to switch over to the grenade launcher, but we'll struggle through for now. Honk, honk, honk. Oh god, I forgot you were there. Ah! Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Ah, great. Ah, well, have to try again next time. So, I have been Foxy Stoats. This has been Resident Evil 1. We'll give this another crack another day. Remember, everybody, subscribe, like, follow, all the stuff down below. And I love you. Foxy out.